All
Sean
right.
Kenny 18.
Sean Kenny 18. Welcome to the ESR Enduro Primer for Bathurst. I'm probably not going to do this for every track, but Bathurst is a unique challenge. I guess that's the word I'm using.
It's a bitch,
Um,
just say it.
it's Australia, so like the country it is in, it is trying to kill you at every moment. And there are some definitive issues with blue flags here because there are sections of the track that are just not intelligent to overtake at. Blue flag or not. So me and Martin are going to demonstrate some blue flag behavior that hopefully the leaders and the back of the pack can both pick up on and we can do. So let's head out on track, Martin. You take the lead.
Alright. Let's go.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to do a walkthrough of the lap here. Maybe you'll learn something from this, but if you're learning from me, that's a bad sign right there. But I mean, if it works, it works.
Whee!
So this is the mountain straight that we're on right now. It's going to be a primary area for clearing blue flags because it's a long straight and it's really easy to do that on them. Then we're coming up to the section where I actually do not really know the turn names. I think that was Quarry that we just went through.
Turn one.
Then this, I believe, is called Griffin's Roost. And then up here is the cutting, I think. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, fuck off. I probably know more turn names than you do. And then up here are just the various parks. I know McKillamy Park is up here, and I think there's a Stewart Park up here, and a couple other things, so we'll just call it the Summit. And then this is Skyline here on the downhill. And I just think of this as all one big turn, honestly. And then into the Big Dipper and Forest Elbow. Onto the Conrod Straight. I always forget if it's Conrod or Conroy. I think it's Conrod.
Not Concord? No, Conrod?
I don't think it's Concord. It's Conrod or Conroy, for sure.
Okay.
And then, I don't think this little part here has a name. But then we're into the Chase. Hey, look, our braking marker's back after someone murdered it. That's through the Chase, and then to the corner that is named after my uncle, but not really, Murray Corner. Alright, so let's assume for a moment that I'm coming up to lap Martin. He's getting the blue flags. They're waving impatiently.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Probably not likely. Okay, so we get through Hell Corner, which is turn one. We head to the Mountain Straight. This would be where you would want to clear a blue flag because it's nice and easy. And what you could do is just move offline like Martin's doing, and lift, and the gap closes nice. Zippy zippy.
Keeping my speed.
I go through, and I've gotten past him on the lap. So I'm letting you through
Where
again.
are you going?
I'm letting you through again.
Oh.
That was
intentional.
Believe it or not. Now, this part of the track here, from basically the turn we're in now to the point where we're not to the point where we're back at the bottom of the mountain, there's not a really good way to get a blue flag cleared through here, which is why the mountain straight is so key, because
just don't do it.
You want to do it. I'm not going to say don't do it because there's going to be a performance gap in our field, and what I'm going to say is
here.
What I'm going to say is if you have to clear one up on the hill, talk on the comms. Use the comms. Let the guy know what you're doing and try and make it through. Now the downhill section here is just I don't know. If you go for a blue flag clear here, you're insane. We'll go with that. Alright, so our second big opportunity is obviously going to be the Conrod Straight here. Again, very easy to clear a blue flag. Martin moves off the line. He lifts. Through I go. He comes back online, and we're good to go. You could clear it here in the chase as well. You could brake early and let the person through. Kind of like that. Because there's overtakes here all the time. It's wide enough for 2 cars.
Even here.
Even here, of course. And, of course, the start-finish straight works. I wouldn't recommend it through Murray Corner, which is this last corner here. Just because it's just kind of a rough corner for it. Okay, so I will show you from the blue flag car point of view. So I come out of Hell's Corner. I see the guy in my rear view mirror. I realize he's going to come for me, and since we're actually relatively the same speed, I gotta lay off a little bit more than we actually normally would. But there we go. Mission accomplished. You could get past someone through this turn here, but it's not a great idea. And as stated, this uphill section, if you have to do it, talk it out. Use the comms. Don't be too bad with it, because, you know, you don't want to distract everyone else, but just say, coming on your inside or whatever. And
I would stay right here is a good possibility.
Yeah, here's a
enough.
decent option. It's probably the best option on the hill, right there. There's just nothing really on this downhill section, unfortunately, so it's not really anything to talk about. It really doesn't work. So just follow the leader through there. Alright, so the Conrod Straight is here. And again, I see him in my rear view mirror. Move offline. Lift. Again, we're lifting a little bit more than expected because me and Martin are actually similarly paced, so the lift would not be this dramatic in the tomorrow. Ooh, very wide line there. Don't do what Martin just did. Probably wait a little bit after the turn to move off the line, because if he doesn't know what you're doing, there may be some contact there the way that was done. So a little bit rough there. But that's basically the primer here. We'll do one more lap here, and Martin can give any thoughts. I can also give any thoughts. I could also put up something that's less than a 2-minute 14 lap time so that we can, like, not look like complete scrubs. That'd be nice. Alright, I'm going to talk about one thing here, because I was seeing a couple of guys. I was doing some track tests with some guys who are a little slow. This uphill section here shouldn't actually brake there. But what I'm going to get at is cars are going to be slow up here, but something I'm seeing some cars do is like brake for corners like this here. And the crux of the matter is you really need to be able to do this section of the track with throttle application and not braking. If you have to brake through there, it's going to be very, very messy. Gaps are going to close exceedingly quickly. And you're going to have a really, really hard time with blue flags. You're going to have some angry drivers. And to be honest, they're going to have a little bit of a right to be angry with you, because you're being non-predictable. Of course, I'm like taking my hand off to do like hand gestures as I'm driving. That's terrible. Go through. And
side by side over here.
Side by side. Yeah, I'm going to lift off a little bit. Just apply a little bit of brake, and he shoots through. See, you're picking up speed finally. Martin started way slower than me, and now he's finally picking up the pace. He's making me look bad. So, some final thoughts here. I'm just going to go back to the pits. 208, not a very good lap. I could do 206s, 205s around here, so not ideal. Some of that might have been the letting you pass with the lift and a little bit of brake where there isn't supposed to be. But still, not a great lap. The final thoughts I have is it's a 90-minute race. It's a very long race by our standards. It's going to have 2 pit stops, and there's going to be a lot of carnage. It's Bathurst. It's trying to murder you. Accept it. So be patient. Rushing to get through is going to lead to you wrecking. It's going to lead to the blue flag car wrecking. It's going to be a problem. There is going to be a performance delta tomorrow that is larger than probably is 100% safe. It's going to feel a little bit more like a multi-class race than a GT3 race. That being said, it's our chance to prove that we can handle multi-class racing. Because everyone's been asking for multi-class racing, but our blue flags and our starts with a single class of car have been fairly atrocious. And this is a chance to prove that we can actually make that happen. Martin, do you have anything you want to add?
Nothing to add. Sign up, people.
All right. Fun. So that is all. We'll try and do our best tomorrow. Good luck. Hopefully everyone has a good fun race. And yeah, that's really it. Just make sure to use the straights, the mountain straight, the Conrod straight, the start-finish straight. Use them to clear your blue flags because it is the easiest and best way to do it. It's the safest way to do it. And be patient on the hill. There we go. That is your Bathurst Primer. And I probably won't do it for the other tracks because the other tracks are a little bit more normal. This one is kind of the exception.